Hey guys, welcome back to our channel, and today we're going to discuss about three important concepts, and towards the end of this video I'll explain why they're important and what is their significance. So these three concepts are number one, growth, number two, maturation, and number three, development. They sound very related, but they are pretty different. They're very similar and also very different at the same time. So let's dive into each one of these and let's know what they mean and what is their significance. First up, let's talk about growth. Growth is the quantitative increase in size of a child. So it can be an increase in height, it can be an increase in weight, or it can be an increase in body mass. So it is the aspect of development which is easiest to see and measure. For example, a newborn child will have a height of 50 centimeters. By the time they are 1 year old, their height will have increased to 75 centimeters. So that the increase of 25 centimeters is the growth, the quantitative growth that we can measure. So growth is influenced by genetics, by nutrition, and by the overall health of a child. Growth gives us a snapshot of how big or how heavy a child is at a given time. Now let's move on to maturity. Maturity is about reaching full functionality. It's a process through which biological systems develop to their full potential. Maturity involves both the timing and the tempo of these processes. Timing is when the process happens, and tempo is the rate at which the process happens. Finally, let's talk about development. Development is a more broader concept than growth and maturation. It is generally viewed as being qualitative, involving growth, involving differentiation of tissues, and is both biological and behavioral. Development is about how a child's abilities and behaviors improve over time. It not only includes growth and maturation, but also cognitive, social, and emotional changes. Now, development is divided into several domains. Number one, physical development. This not just involves the growth in size, but also the refinement of motor skills. For example, a toddler learning to walk and then learning to run. Number two, cognitive development. This includes changes in thinking, reasoning, and understanding. For example, a child progressing from simple problem solving to complex abstract thinking. Number three, social development. This involves developing relationships and social skills. For instance, a child learning to share and make friends. And the last one is emotional development. This involves understanding and managing emotions, like a young child learning to control his or her temper, or a teenager developing self-esteem and identity. Now let's take an example. A child learning to speak involves physical development, that is vocal cord growth, cognitive development, that is improving language skills, social development, communicating with others, and emotional development, expressing needs and feelings. Now let's understand why it is important to know growth, maturation, and development. Number one, by tracking growth, parents and healthcare providers can ensure that their children are growing normally and identify any potential health issues earlier on. Number two, understanding maturity helps in recognizing whether a child's biological systems are developing or maturing appropriately. This is essential for diagnosing or assessing any developmental delays or disorders. Number three, educators and coaches can tailor their programs to the child's stage of development. This ensures that the activities are age and development appropriate and supportive of the child's overall growth and maturation. For example, a strength and conditioning coach can design programs that match a child's maturation level and physical capabilities. This helps preventing injuries and promoting healthy development. And lastly, recognizing that development is not just about physical growth, but also includes social, cognitive, and emotional changes helps in nurturing well-rounded individuals. By considering these factors, parents, educators, and coaches can provide the best support for children's growth, development, and maturation. So that's all for today's video. If you like the content, like the video and do share it with your friends. And also don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I'll see you next week, and thanks for watching.